Have you ever thought someone was done, like really done, and then they come back and totally surprise you? That's exactly what's happening right now with Madonna. Yeah, you heard that right. The queen of pop herself is about to drop a brand new album in 2026. And here's the twist, it's not just any album. She's going back to the label where it all started, the place that helped launch her into superstardom. Honestly, it's kind of a full circle moment, and if you've been following her career, you know just how powerful that is. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, okay, cool, but why is this such a big deal? And that's fair. But trust me, this isn't just another celebrity comeback story. This isn't just some random new album in a crowded market. This is Madonna making a genius move. It's
Check this out, Madonna is releasing a brand new dance album in 2026, her first one in 7 years. The Queen of Pop is promising to keep making music that surprises and sparks conversation. Warner executives call it a historic full circle moment, saying Madonna remains the blueprint for global pop stardom. The new album has not yet been titled. And I was just looking at her age, 72 years old?
No, 67.
Or 67? Oh, I had to look that up again. I'm making her older than what she is.
Oh, her media team's coming after you now.
Exactly. Hey, but she looks great for 67, though.
Let's take a look at the radar.
Songs. She released anthems that defined entire decades. Like a Virgin, Like a Prayer, Ray of Light, and so many more. Those records weren't just successful, they were cultural moments. They shaped fashion, music videos, pop culture itself. And all of that happened while she was with Warner. So when word broke that she's heading back there for her 2026 album, people knew immediately this was way bigger than just signing a piece of paper. This isn't just business. It's nostalgia. It's history. It's about legacy. And maybe most importantly, it's about strategy. Because Madonna has never been the type of artist to make random moves. Everything she does has a reason. And this one feels like a masterstroke. Now let's really talk about timing, because that's the part so many people are curious about. You might even be sitting there asking yourself, why now? Why 2026? Why is Madonna choosing this exact moment? And honestly, that's such a good question. When it comes to Madonna, timing has always been everything. If you've followed her over the years, you know she's not the kind of artist who just throws out music for the sake of it. She doesn't fill her calendar with random releases just to stay busy. No, she's always been more intentional than that. She waits for the right moment, the right cultural atmosphere, the right vibe. She waits until the world is ready to be shaken up again, until there's a conversation waiting to be claimed, and then she steps in. And when she does, she doesn't just enter quietly. She arrives with impact. That's what made her stand out in the first place. That's what made her a global name. She has always seemed one step ahead of everyone else, like she could sense the next big cultural shift before it even arrived. Think back over her career for a moment. When she dropped Like a Prayer, the world wasn't ready for a pop star to mix religion, sexuality, and art in such a bold way, but she did it, and it changed the conversation. When she released Ray of Light in the late 90s, electronic and spiritual sounds weren't dominating pop yet, but she made it mainstream. When Confessions on a Dance Floor hit in 2005, disco-inspired music wasn't exactly the trend, but she made it feel brand new again, and the world couldn't stop dancing. Timing. Always timing. That's her gift. So when you look at 2026, it actually makes perfect sense. Let's be honest, pop music right now is crowded, but it's also at a bit of a crossroads. There are incredible artists, so much talent, but sometimes it feels like everything blends together. You've got hits coming out every week, but how many really stand the test of time? How many truly shake the culture? That's where Madonna steps in. Because no one does reinvention like she does. No one commands the stage, the media, and the conversation in the same way. She doesn't just release music, she creates a moment, a shift. So 2026 doesn't just feel like good timing. It feels perfect. It feels like exactly the right year for her to remind everyone that she's still here, still relevant, and still a force you can't ignore. And let's be real, doesn't pop music need that spark again? Think about the last time you felt like a release truly changed the direction of pop culture. Artists like Beyoncé, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, they all create waves when they drop something big. But Madonna? She was the blueprint for that kind of cultural domination. She showed the world how to do it in the first place. So her stepping back in right now isn't just about another album, it's about reclaiming a space that she essentially built. Now, here's the part that fans can't stop buzzing about: what are we actually going to get from this album? That's the million-dollar question, right? What is she planning? Madonna has always been known for blending her signature sound with whatever's fresh and exciting at the moment. She has this rare ability to stay true to herself while evolving constantly. She never really repeats herself. Every album feels like a reinvention, a new chapter. Let's go back to Confessions on a Dance Floor for a second. That record wasn't just an album, it was pure magic. It took disco, a sound that felt old at the time, and gave it a brand new life. It was glamorous, it was fun, it was modern, and it pulled people back onto the dance floor. It became one of her most loved projects because it wasn't afraid to take risks while still sounding completely Madonna. And that's exactly the kind of creativity we can expect again in 2026. Just imagine it. Imagine her pulling in new sounds, experimenting with fresh styles, and maybe even teaming up with some of today's biggest names. Picture Madonna collaborating with Dua Lipa, who already has a disco-pop influence of her own. Or think about her working with The Weeknd, blending her legendary pop sensibilities with his darker, cinematic R&B vibe. Or, for something completely unexpected, imagine Madonna with Billie Eilish, combining Madonna's boldness with Billie's haunting, minimalist style. That would be wild, right? The mix of energies and generations could create something we've never heard before. And honestly, if anyone can pull that off, it's Madonna. But here's something people sometimes overlook when they talk about her. Madonna's biggest strength has never just been her voice, her look, or even her ability to create catchy hits. It's her vision. That's her superpower. She sees where things are headed before anyone else. She spots trends before they even become trends, and then she takes them, flips them, and turns them into cultural phenomena. She doesn't chase what's hot, she creates what's hot. That's why she's always been ahead of the curve. And this is exactly why so many insiders are calling this move genius already. They're not saying, oh, she's just putting out another record. They're saying, she's about to own the charts again. This comeback isn't about chasing the younger artists. It's about proving that she still sets the tone, that she still knows how to define what's next. And you know what? She's done it so many times before that there's no reason to doubt her now. But let's dig even deeper, because there's another layer to this that makes it even more exciting. By going back to her longtime label, she's not just setting herself up for a new project. She's also gaining more control over her legendary catalog. And if you're a fan, you know how huge that is. We're not just talking about new music here. We're talking about the possibility of reimagined classics, deluxe editions, or maybe even long-lost tracks that have been sitting in the vaults for years. Just picture it, a brand new album paired with updated versions of her classics. Imagine hearing Like a Prayer or Vogue with a fresh 2026 twist, alongside new songs that could define the next era. Or think about a massive live performance where she blends her biggest hits with brand new material. That would be a global event. And honestly, if we've learned anything about Madonna, it's that she loves surprises. She loves keeping fans on their toes. And if she's gearing up for a project this big, you can almost guarantee a world tour isn't far behind. That's just who she is. She doesn't do anything halfway. Now let's take a breath here, because I want to highlight something really important. This isn't just a career move. This isn't just about contracts and albums. This is a statement. Madonna is standing up and saying to the world, I've been here for over 4 decades, and I'm still not done. And that's powerful. That's inspiring. In an industry where so many artists fade away after a few hits, where careers burn bright but burn out fast, she's still here. Still pushing. Still creating. Still finding ways to connect with new generations while staying true to who she is. And let's be honest, that kind of longevity is rare. It takes courage, resilience, and an unshakable belief in yourself. Madonna has faced critics, controversies, and countless predictions that her time was up. And yet, here she is, still making moves that have the world talking. That's why this album feels so important. It's not just another release. It's a reminder of who she is and what she represents. So now I want to throw this back to you, because I think this is the fun part. If Madonna does bring in collaborations for this new album, who do you want to see her team up with? Seriously, just think about the possibilities. Madonna and Dua Lipa. Madonna and The Weeknd. Madonna and Billie Eilish. Or maybe someone completely unexpected, like Madonna with Rosalia, or even Madonna stepping into a totally new genre. The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this moment so exciting. Drop your dream collaborations in the comments, because I'd love to hear what you all imagine. And while you're here, if you've been enjoying this deep dive into her return, I think you'll also love my other video where I cover some of the biggest comebacks in pop music history. It's linked right here, so make sure to check it out when you're done. And hey, if you've had fun hanging out with me today, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I've got more stories like this coming your way. And maybe share this video with that one friend, you know, the one who still blasts Hung Up on road trips like it came out yesterday. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about Madonna releasing another album. It's not just about a release date or a label deal. It's about her reminding us why she never really left. She doesn't need to come back, because she's always been here. She's always been shaping the culture in one way or another. And 2026. That's not a return. That's just the next chapter in a story that's still unfolding, a story that still has plenty left to tell.